Hello there! It's Tuesday the 20th of February 2018 and I'm making good use of the hire car. I'm on the east coast of Scotland and I've come to see this place. Welcome to another vlog. This is such a magnificent day. It's lovely today. It's brilliant. I'm loving the weather. Obviously there's going to be a few issues in trying to get about some muddy grass, but last time I was here was over 2 years ago, 3 years ago nearly, because there was a living history event going on with the Erskines and they were recreating the siege of Tantallon Castle. Because if you know about the Battle of Dunbar, possibly. Tantallon's not far away, so it was one of the castles that Cromwell tried to destroy up in Scotland, and I think you can understand where this goes, because if Cromwell gets involved, the castle gets destroyed, basically. It's a running joke, and it's actually true. It really is true. But this was the castle of the Red Douglases. So the Douglas family were big barons in the 14th and 15th centuries. The Black Douglases are famous for being part of the big killing dinner, that Red Dinner, or it was the inspiration for the Red Wedding for Game of Thrones anyway. And that thing of the king, I think it was it James the Third, I think it was? James II, James III of Scotland, and he ended up, sorry it's a bit muddy here, he ended up basically causing a lot of, well, he ended up settling the Douglases and killing them all in a big dinner, which you will find out possibly a bit more about when we go to Bothwell, which is a vlog coming up very soon. But I'm going to the castle and exploring a little bit, but it's a glorious day. It is February, but it's a glorious day, absolutely. So this castle was built in the 1350s by William Douglas. Now you'll see the frontage there, the front bit there, you'll see that's a different colour stone to the rest of it. The rest of it's kind of a red sandstone, but then you've got the green there. What that comes from is from a siege that James IV did in 1528 to try and quell the Douglases. That's repairs basically to the castle that happened there. It's quite ironic that 130 odd years later the castle gets totally destroyed in a ruin, but it's a beautiful ruin, it's a beautiful place. Now I'm going to go into this little building here, a ducat. Now a lot of buildings of castles have ducats, and basically what they were basically places for pigeons to be stored. So this apparently isn't the latest ducat, the original ducat, it's a later model. But it would be there for pigeons, because they do tend to breed in the winter, that's what they're saying. So we go in here and ooh, you can see there's loads of little nests. Now pigeons don't live in here anymore. You can see there's a kind of fencing at the top there. You might be able to see that with the camera, but there's a kind of netting, pigeon prevention netting up there. In fact, no, it's a glass window. But basically, that outlet where the pigeons are flying out, you've got this gate here which would stop, vermin and foxes and rats getting into there. But you can see there's a lot of pigeons that would be stored in here. They tended to use the pigeons for the eggs, but they used to like eating and having the squaws or the squabs, the baby pigeons basically, because with up to 4 weeks they didn't fly. And they liked the meat, it was quite tender, so it was used as, and because they bred in the winter, they had quite interesting feasts with pigeons. So pigeons were quite a source of meat for the people who lived in this castle. Quite like that map because it's kind of given different times of when bits of the castle were built. So the bulk of the construction is 1300s, and then you've got the bit at the front there which is the 1400s, and then you've got all the extensions that happened in the 1500s after James V attacked the castle. So it's quite cool to see that. But you've got a big inner close area here, and over here you've got what is the portcullis, or where the portcullis would have been with the archway. And just above it, there's actually a plaque saying that Queen Victoria visited to the castle in 1878. But it's quite high up. You can see there's quite a few stories, and you can see this kind of braced stonework there for flooring. So it went quite a few stories up, as you can see. So it was quite a magnificent building in that respect. And a stair would have gone up to the tower, but it was blocked off after the 1528 siege. You can see right in there, right up there. I don't know if I can reach my hand out that far. I should be able to. There we are, look right into the eaves. And you'll see this framing quite a few of the shots when we do some views at the top. Bass Rock. So after the 1528 siege, the castle was in royal hands. And then we came to the Act of Covenant of 1638, where the Presbyterians didn't like the idea of Charles I trying to force Church of England Bible on them, so they signed a covenant. That's where you get the Covenanters come from. Now, Charles was beheaded in 1649 by the aforementioned Oliver Cromwell, and what happened there basically was that the Scots didn't accept Cromwell as ruler or as head of the state, so they invited Charles II to become king. They coronated him, and Cromwell didn't like it. He didn't like the fact that Charles was on British soil. Basically, he ended up, let's say, coming up to Scotland, 1650, Dunbar. They defeated the Covenanters and the Scottish army, and then they sieged. And then General Monk sieged Tantallon on the 8th of February, 1651. They surrendered on the 21st of February, 1651. After massive destruction and bombardment. The modern artillery, the cannons, the guns and everything basically destroyed the curtain walls. This was basically a medieval defence and couldn't stand up to the modern defences that was now there. And this is basically how the castle is today. It was taken over by Earl of Angus, I think it was, and it was renovated extensively for Queen Victoria's visit in 1878, and not long after went to state care and has been with Historical Environment Scotland, Historic Scotland, for about 100 odd years. So that's the story of the castle. And I do recall this place quite well, because the last time I was down here, as I say, was due to the Erskines doing a living history thing about the 1651 siege and the destruction of the castle. And they used the green, but it was horribly wet. It was a wet day. It really was. But they did a reenactment of the siege of the castle, and there's kitchens to go to, there's a basement to go to, there's still a bit to explore here, so it's worth having a look. And that's what I'm going to do. So I get down these stairs in one piece, so I'll catch you in a minute. that it would have seen in this dungeon. Quite sheltered from the wind. No doubt it would have been cold in here because there wouldn't be no fires or anything like that. And to have lots of rats and everything else as well. Oh, privy to some information there, I see. Well, the wind's picked up a little bit, but that's a lovely place to be on the castle. But that's it. That is Tantallon. If you like what you've heard and what you've seen, don't forget to subscribe and comment below. I post a video every Sunday. Press that little notifications bell and comment what you think of your visit to, what you think of Tantallon. Have you been there? Tell me what you think of it. I'm going to leave you now. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you later.